Jungle Harry 1954, you were hoping to be the first comment and get some advice, so what we're going to do is answer your question. Now, you have told us that you have got a buy-to-let property with a market value of £160,000 and you've got a mortgage on that property for £120,000. The rent's coming in at 850 quid, but you're wondering, should you sell that house, pull out the equity and start a rent-to-rent business? And my answer to this is no, you should not do that. I would never advise you to sell a cash flowing asset. And I understand what you're saying. You've got a 60 grand a year income job, you're a higher rate taxpayer, so you're getting hammered a little bit on the tax on this property. However, I don't recommend you sell an asset to buy some cash flow. I recommend that you do both. Why would you do one or the other? Why are your options sell the property to start a rent-to-rent business? Why can you not keep the property and start a rent-to-rent business? And you're probably going to say to me, well, Emerald, actually, I need the money from this property to start my rent-to-rent business. And that's where I'm going to say to you, let's have a look at your mindset. We need to stop focusing on our own resources. Lots of people who start businesses, set up businesses, use other people's money. If you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. Now, what do I mean by that? For your rent-to-rent business, could you look to joint venture with somebody? So you could be the sweat equity in that business. And what I mean by sweat equity is you could put the time into the business and someone else could put the money into the business and you can joint venture to grow that rent-to-rent business. Now, if you're thinking you don't want to joint venture with somebody, you don't want to set up a business with somebody, could you use credit to start that rent-to-rent business? And then as that rent-to-rent business starts cash flowing, then you can pay off that debt. Once you're starting to make a profit, then you can use that profit to either buy property like you said you want to, or to expand your rent-to-rent business. Now, I'm not here to advise you to get into debt. I'm here to give you options on how you can set up a business. And one of the ways you can set up a business is to use credit, i.e. a credit card, or take out a loan. I'd go for one of those 0% credit cards that allows you 0% finance for 12 to 24 months so that you can set up your rent-to-rent business and then pay off that credit card with no interest before the time frame where the interest starts. Now, if I was going to say take out a credit card, you would need to be creditworthy, but as you've got a buy-to-let mortgage, I am going to presume that you are creditworthy. You could take out a personal loan. They're not 0% finance. You will have to pay some interest on it, but I'd say pay it off as quick as you can so that your rent-to-rent business is starting to be in profit. Now, quite often when people have got a £60,000 a year job, they're time poor. So you might be sat there thinking, well, actually, I don't have the time to go around and do all of these things to get the business going. So you might want to joint venture with someone and you fund the rent-to-rent deals, but someone else is putting in the time doing the sweat equity for you. So where would you find these people that you can joint venture with? Now, you can go networking, you can go business networking, you can go to property events, you can go to all of these different places to meet people. And when you meet these people, what I'd say is you need to check that you've got similar values to the person that you're doing the joint venture with. You need to check that you've got a similar end goal. Do you want to grow a massive business together, or do you want to grow a smaller business together? Find people that you believe that you can work with over a period of time, and you get to know people by spending time with them, which sounds obvious, right? But I see too many people jumping into deals together when they've hardly even met. So I always say entering into a business partnership or entering into a JV, it's a bit like dating. You wouldn't marry somebody on the first date, would you? So if you're going to enter into a business with somebody, you need to date them first. So to summarize joint ventures, you need to date your potential JV partner to get to know them, because you wouldn't marry someone straight away. And that person needs to have opposing skills to you. And you also need to be bringing different things. One of you bringing time, one of you's bringing money. Now, I know that's a very small version of what you'd want to find in a joint venture partnership, but I can't go over the whole topic today because it's absolutely massive. So, Jungle Harry 1954, I hope that I've helped you with your answer. I would never advise you to sell a cash flowing asset to build a cash flowing business. I would say, why can you not have both? You can set up a business either by joint venturing with other people, borrowing money from other people or from credit lines like credit cards or business cards, or you could finance somebody else and they could put the time into the business if you don't have the time to do that. I hope this has helped you. Please keep the comments coming because I love being able to to help people and answering your questions. So I've been Emerald Fisk. You've been great. If you've liked this video, like, subscribe, and press that notification bell, and we'll be back soon with another video.